Good morning. What a mess. So, I decided to interreggle to the electrical stuff and the magic eye so I can do some ciphering, and apparently I have already done some. Fuel pump relay, high pressure, low pressure wires. Apparently this runs on runs off the fan control. So my other plan might have just gone down the pipes, which is fine. I can send that solenoid back to Dwayne. He's actually coming to check it out today. He's going to bring me some parts. This is the fuse box. Junk. Fuse box. I don't plan on using unless absolutely necessary. This is a proper size nut. There's a oxygen sensor bung. So I'm going to be doing that shortly. I got to make up a couple of pipes so we can roll the bungs into and get sensors hooked up. Let's go to the other side. Do I still have that tool here, or did I put it back? Oh, it's right here. So, I put this up against the manifold, and I lined up the degrees so it was parallel to the frame rail, so like I would have a gap in the angle, which gave me 20 degrees. So I set my chop saw at 10, and then I took the two pieces and I rotated 180 degrees, which gives me 20 degrees on that pipe right there. A couple of tack welds and I can test fit it, and then we'll see where it goes from there. This way at least I'll get the exhaust pointed out and away. Then I'm going to consider probably a heat shield for the fuel lines, just for safety's sake. I think there's lots of room, but we're going to be safe. Oh, I was fooling around with pipes yesterday. What, up here? Come on, this right here. Right there. Right there. Yes. Right there. I was fooling around with pipes yesterday to see where I got to line them up. It shouldn't turn out too bad. There's kind of a low spot in the frame there, so maybe half the exhaust will kind of poke out. Nothing serious. Try to make it look as neat as possible with what I got. You know what happens when you only got straight pipes to work with, which isn't true. I got a couple of those, which I will say right now, I'm no good at figuring the angles there, so I'll be working on that. Plus I got to figure out where to put this guy. Should be fun. That means I got to assemble the heater box and at least plunk it under the dash. In the shape that it's in, whatever. Anyway, we'll move on when we make a little more progress with this mess here, and see you in a bit. Morning. It's been 2 days? I don't know, time has lapsed. Just use my office chair as a comfortable way of getting around. Well, first thing I'm going to do is turn my light on. See if we can get there. Lights, action. Camera. There we go. It's not much, but it improves. At least then I can see. So, let's see if this will do it. Go up, go up, go up. Perfect. So, I got the exhaust pipes connected. There's oxygen sensors up in the pipes where they're supposed to be, so they're good to go. I got the pipes where I want them. Now they have to zigzag up and go down the length of the tunnel, and then from there they got to split off and go around the gas tank and exit the vehicle. So I think next is I'm going to put away the exhaust pipe cobbling equipment, and I'm going to move on to the necessary evil, which is that. And that. And that. So, in my travels, studying the manual, which is connected to the iPad bone, it's sitting up there, right there. I wanted to run the power to the fuel pump, and it's very confusing. Regardless, I'm pretty sure I know what I got to do with it now, but I wanted to kind of keep some color codes correct, so we were after a pink wire with a black stripe. So maybe what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the old try-me pod here. Come on. Lock in. There we go. And I kind of know where I'm going to stand. I know where I stand. Let's put it that way. So, I did manage to go out to the Lincoln, the donor car, and find some pink wire with a black stripe. But this is something I found very interesting. First one I came across. Let's just measure it. I want to see. We'll just measure. Curious. Oh, I dropped it. And stretch. Okay, this one. Okay, so we're 65 inches. That's from the driver's side kick panel to the just ahead of the back seat. This one. There's a method to this. I'm just going to explain to you. Holy. Oh, running out of room over there. Hitting the wall. Holy. 170. 170. That's what I said. I said what I said. Is 14'2". Do you know where this wire goes? From the driver's side kick panel to the passenger side kick panel. 170 inches of wire to travel 6 feet. Make that make sense. When you look in that car, there's an insane amount of wiring. Anyway, that's my little rant about engineers and designs and everything else. They must have had their reasons. Ease of manufacturing. So I'm gonna, so between the 5-foot something and the 14-foot something, I got 20 feet of wire. That should give me enough to make it to the gas tank. Sadly, I think I got to put that relay under the hood for the fuel pump because it was actually in the fuse box, which is now deleted. The Bluetooth fuse box. Okay, so I guess what I'm going to do is get all my welding gear out of the way, and I'm going to clean up a little bit, put some tools away that I don't any longer need for now, and we'll see what happens. I'm just stretching out the tripod here. Bear with me. Have I got them all? That one's out. Why is that one longer? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lots of little clips and stuff. Oh, this should be automatic retractable. Okay, well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to going to raise the hoist and put this stuff away. Clean it up a little bit. Sweep the metal filings up off the floor, you know, stuff like that. Oh, I know how I should be doing this. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm gonna put you guys on pause. I'll be back in a minute. Good morning. It's Friday. Somebody told me it was Friday. I couldn't believe them. This week has just shot by because I'm having so much fun. So from here to here, that part of the harness is missing. It's in there. So I have made my hole. I got it through the firewall. Now this harness has the electronic spark control, supposed to be in the engine bay. I discombobulated the boot and I moved the wiring harness further through the boot. So now the electronic spark control will be under the dash, somewhere under the dash. I have more room there than I have in the engine bay. So I'm good to go there. This will take some finagling to get it mounted. I've got a bracket sitting on the chair that I took out, so I'll rework it so it's bolted in. The other two connectors, these guys right here, one of them is part of this fan control stuff, and the other one is other stuff. Yeah. And I'm going to get working on that, get it placed, because I've got to put that fan control box right there somewhere in here. So I've got to do it. I guess I'm going to have to run the wiring over the engine because I'm too cluttered right in here, and I still have wires to run. So that's where I'm at on that part. Oh, I've got plenty of wire under the dash. I got to make sure I clear the heater housings. Fire's going good. A little cool this morning. Now, why am I going over here? I have no idea. Yeah, I was going to look for something. Front of engine. And I'm certain there was. Ah, there it is. No, that's not it. That's grounds. I'm certain there was a connector that, there it is. That goes to the starter. That's the crank wire. So what I'm going to do is try and find the other end of this. The stock Mustang wiring, there's a little hole right above that boot I just put in, right there. And out of that hole is the starter wire, oil temp sensor wires, which I'm not going to need because they're already in that boot wiring for the gauges. The starter wire comes out, as well as the wires for the wiper motor right there. I don't know if I mentioned this previously, but the wiring from that corner all around the front was chopped out of here. So I've got to build a new wiring harness for the headlights, marker lights, and I'm going to try and incorporate it with all the other stuff that I got to run around here. So I'm just picking away at it. Not rushing at anything. Hang on, what's this third one for? I'll have to figure that out now because I've forgotten. I'll have to see where it goes. I think that's for the power steering and stuff down there. So I'll do some tests. I guess I should come up with a ground strap the frame and do some measuring for the wire for the battery in the trunk. So positive lead to the engine, and then from there I'll power stuff out. The battery will be grounded in the trunk, and then I'll use the chassis as the ground circuit to the engine and to the passenger compartment, which commonly is used on cars that put batteries in the trunk. To run 2 cables is pointless. There's enough conductivity built into this car that it'll work just fine. Where else am I at? Oh, I don't know if I showed you, but I did muck out the inside of the car, which is now much cleaner. Some more work still has to be done to the floor pans, and I gotta clean all the stupid silver paint off or whatever's loose. I've been working at a little bit with the vacuum, it just sucks it up. So in there, you can see where the wiring comes through right in the center there. And I think I have room to mount it straight up. I've got to measure the ducting for the defroster and make sure I've got room, but I think I do to mount the computer. As long as it doesn't become a nightmare to get out. So I'm gonna have to work on that. I kind of like to build serviceability into it because, like, even just getting at a battery, you know, with everything being electric nowadays, which this isn't, you know, people put in door poppers and then put the battery where they can't access it in case it needs a boost. So yeah, I guess I'll clean up a little bit and I'll start moving forward on this. I'll see where I am at the end of the day. Okay, I think something has changed. I don't know. We'll see in a moment. Something with the app is weird. Anyway, one spaghetti factory. Doesn't it look awesome? Yeah, I'm done. See, it's all perfect, finished, ready to rock. So, I got me a starter wire right here. That'll crank it. We've got main powers on these yellows that are juiced up through a fuse, of course, for protection. And ignition run. That turns on the spark and the fuel injectors and the fuel pump. So I'm like 100% there. You know what I mean? Like, we're getting done. So I guess what I'm gonna do is fabric cobble the air duct so we can have the, you know, the thing over there. The mass airflow sensor. And there's an air temp sensor built into this. And there's a whole whack of vacuum leaks that I gotta fix, plug. I gotta do something with the eager valve sensor. It involves this and very, gone brittle tubing. So yeah, I gotta deal with that. All the tubing on this is brittle. Where'd it go? There it is. I'll find it in a minute. In here, it's just as nice. Yeah, it's just as nice. Half as bad, actually. Yeah. And of course, that's got to go in because I need to do that. I've got 2 crusty old wiper cowls. One of those will have to get cleaned up and shooted with something. I think they're galvanized, so that's going to be interesting. Okay, so yeah, that's the latest and greatest. Found the inertia switch from the Rinken. I don't know where to put it yet. I'm probably going to put it up on the driver's side kick panel. And that's all it takes to trip it, see? And these things, avoid plugging them in and unplugging them because whatever load goes through them, if you don't plug them in nice and straight and make a little bit of an arc, make the terminals loose, what happens is you get arcing in there and they cook. Very common failure. I have it, I'm putting it in, that's why. So, I guess the next video is going to be when I crack this thing off for the first time. So, that'll have to be its own little separate video that I'll attach to the end of this, like I always do. But I gotta be able to use it and send it away to somebody, namely the owner. So, we hope it's gonna be a clean start, but you never know. Oh, and yeah, March 31st, of course, it's snowing. Isn't that just a wonderful thing? Oh yeah, just another day in paradise. So, on that note, I'll carry on with this mess, and then I'm going to start tuning it. So, I will see you in a bit. I don't know if I want to bring you in while I'm doing this, because there's going to be some redneckery, and I don't need witnesses. So, on that note, we'll see you in a bit. Well, it runs. Well, somebody forgot to deal with the transmission cooler lines. After talking about it, and even knowing where the hose was that I could put on the tubes. That being said, you heard it run, and the more it runs, the better it gets. So the fuel rail was plugged with some pretty nasty stuff, I think. So we're just gonna let that soak for a while. Best friend Ron was here helping me. Much appreciate his help all the time. But I got oil pouring out of there, so I don't know what it is. I'm gonna have to deal with that. Otherwise, I can't say much about the exhaust yet. Blew those off though. They were just hanging on the pipes. So, what is it? Another Wednesday has come and gone. So I guess that's pretty much it. I'll wrap this one up and send it off for you guys to watch. Nice sunny day. Starting to get warm. Spring is not in the air yet. But yeah, like no fuel leaks. Everything's good and dry. All the lines are good. Yeah, we're moving forward. And I guess I'm going to start sorting out more of this electrical and start closing in the floor pans. So on that note, I'd like to thank you both for watching, and we'll see you in a couple days. A week, maybe.